Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Cheryl and this is True Crime and Other Stuff. Today we're talking about Eliza Fletcher, the 34-year-old school teacher who was abducted from Memphis, Tennessee. We have bad news. Her body was found, and I'd like to give thoughts and prayers to her family, her friends, and especially her children.
I think we're ready. Good morning. Today is a very sad day in the city of Memphis. First, I'd like to express our sincere condolences to the family, friends, and numerous others who have been impacted by the tragic and heinous kidnapping of Eliza Fletcher. Yesterday evening, September 5th, at approximately 5:07 p.m., the Memphis Police Department and other law enforcement partners discovered the remains of a human body, in the rear of a vacant duplex apartment at the 1600 block of Victor Street. At that time, it was believed the unidentified body could possibly be the remains of kidnapping victim Eliza Fletcher. Further forensic investigation by the MPD traffic unit positively identified the body was, in fact, Eliza Fletcher. This finding marked the culmination of a 4-day intensive investigation incorporating a robust search and rescue effort and the timely arrest of suspect Cleotha Abston on September 3rd, the day following the kidnapping. Cleotha Abston has been charged by MPD homicide investigators with the following state charges: first-degree murder and perpetration of kidnapping, especially aggravated kidnapping, and tampering with evidence. In addition, Abston has been charged with the following unrelated offenses: identity theft, theft of property, and credit card fraud. While the outcome of this investigation is not what we hoped for, we are nonetheless pleased to remove this dangerous predator off the streets of Memphis.
When I first heard about this case, I thought, man, how convenient. This guy must have been stalking her for a while, watching her every move, seeing when she's jogging so he could take her. But then I heard she was related to billionaires, and she was very wealthy. She was an heiress. Then I thought, uh-oh, this sounds really not good.
It is a big break and a tragic outcome in the case of the missing woman in Tennessee. Police have just identified the body of Eliza Fletcher, a school teacher and a mother of 2 little children. Fletcher was abducted while jogging early Friday, and now the man charged with first-degree murder just wrapped his first court appearance. CNN's Gary Tuckman is live at the courthouse in Memphis for us at this hour with more on this. Gary, what's the very latest?
Okay, 10 minutes before this arraignment was scheduled for an accused kidnapper, it ultimately became an arraignment for accused murderer. We were informed by the Memphis police that the body that was recovered last night was identified as Eliza Fletcher. Such a sad outcome. This woman who was kidnapped on Friday had been missing since then. But before her body was found, the arraignment was scheduled in the court for Cleotha Abston. We saw him come in. He was wearing a mask. It was hard to tell what his facial expressions were because of the mask, but he looked impassive, he looked impatient, he had handcuffs behind his back. The only thing he said was yes when he had to swear that he did not have enough money to pay for an attorney, so a public defender was given to him. So he was arraigned officially on the kidnapping charges. But then the prosecutor said, Your Honor, we just want to tell you we're also adding a first-degree murder charge to him. The judge said we need to hold another arraignment. That arraignment will take place tomorrow. The prosecutors don't want him to have bail. He has $500,000 bail right now on the kidnapping charge. The prosecutors want it completely revoked. That will be heard tomorrow. But either way, this is a sad and tragic outcome.
I have a few thoughts and lots of questions, and after I get done, I'm going to show you a clip from an ex-FBI agent, and I think she has some really interesting things to say. Okay. Why, if she was from a wealthy family, is the reward fund only $50,000? That's kind of weird. And also, this case went fast, really, really fast, and I just can't help to wonder if she was a single mother of two, if the law enforcement wouldn't have acted so fast. Just wondering. Now I have lots of questions yet to be answered. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching.
Let's bring in Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer has spent years working as an FBI agent, joins us tonight. Jennifer, great to speak with you. You've seen so many cases. I know you've worked on so many cases similar to this. How likely is it, do you think, that Eliza was a victim of a random crime? Or do you think she may have been targeted because of her family's stature in the community and her significant amount of money?
Well, I'm not sure that that's necessarily the reason, but I am concerned with this, and that is Cleotha Abston, who committed this, or at least has been charged with this kidnapping. The person he kidnapped previously was actually worked in the same law firm as the uncle of Eliza Fletcher. And I think this is a very significant clue. And I'm sure, certainly, that the FBI, that the U.S. Marshals, and that the TBI is looking closely at this relationship.
And it is really an interesting relationship there. And Jennifer, I know that you say you don't believe in coincidences. Based on this new piece of information, everything that we know so far, this man Cleotha is currently behind bars. He'll appear in court tomorrow for the first time. But we still have no Eliza. Where are authorities at this point in the investigation?
Well, they are combing through every bit of information they have. Remember, they also conducted a search warrant at Eliza's home, and they took a computer and other items. So they're going to be looking forensically at that information and see if anyone had communication with Eliza, or if she was communicating with anybody that's giving them pause as to these connections. In addition, they are combing through that dumpster that they took to look for any DNA evidence linking Eliza to that dumpster. They are looking over all the information that they can glean from his apartment and the apartment of his brother, and information from his girlfriend. There is so much to pour over now, and I believe that the reason we're seeing this activity of going from to different locations is because of the leads set forth from this information.
All right, so Jennifer, let's go back to this suspect here, this man in custody, Cleotha Abston, convicted and served 20 of a 24-year sentence for abduction. You already pointed out the connection between the crime that he was convicted of, this current crime that he is now charged with. Did the system fail Eliza Fletcher here?
Anytime someone is let out early and then goes on to commit another violent crime, yes, I think society is let down. I think we are all let down by his early release.